Alrighty, folks. Well, good morning, everyone on the socials. Hope you're well. So, as you know, my name is Mark Myers. I love helping trainers, presenters, workshop facilitators really take their results to the next level. Now, one of the areas that I get the most coaching requests around is that area of time management. Ultimately, how do I make sure I manage my time effectively so that I don't go over time or under time? Very rare, but sometimes people do certainly go under time. And today's video, I want to give you 3 tips on how you can make sure that you manage your time even better. So you may want to grab a pen and write these down. So the first tip I want to give you is essentially remembering that time equals respect. Time equals respect. And when you appreciate that your audience actually have other things to do, your audience actually value their time as well, you will start to appreciate that how you manage your time is a big sign of respect that you have for other people. Showing up on time, setting up on time, starting on time, finishing on time, going to breaks, coming back from breaks, organizing all these things on time, in time, are all signs of respect. Right? Now that will encourage you to actually take it even more seriously. Now the second thing that we want to think about with time management is the willingness to actually have time awareness. Time awareness. What that means is, are you actually aware of what 1 minute feels like? And what it's like to actually speak for 1 minute. What does that feel like? Have you ever timed yourself? What does 5 minutes actually feel like for you and for the audience? And also, how long does it actually take to do something? Like, how long does it take you to hand out a handout in your presentations or your workshops? And many people don't actually think about how long it takes to do things. So I'll often say to my clients, actually go out and time yourself brushing your teeth, time yourself taking a shower, time yourself doing all these different activities, and suddenly you become a lot more time aware, right? And as soon as you become time aware, you start to appreciate time very differently, you start to operate very differently, and you start to actually value your time, and you start to become aware how long it actually takes to do a presentation and do it successfully. Now that leads to point number 3, which is all about the overall structure that you want to think about when you are delivering a presentation. And I like to call this structure TOA, T-O-A. And you may want to grab a pen and write this down, right? But TOA. So this is called topic, outcome, and activity. Topic, outcome, and activity. Now, if you operate in this structure, it becomes very easy to manage your time. So let me give you an example. So topic could be sales. All right, that's your topic. Maybe you're doing a presentation on sales techniques. O stands for outcome. And the outcome of your presentation may be, by the end of the workshop, the learners or the participants or the audience will be able to effectively use one particular structure of a sales conversation in under 8 minutes. All right. And then what you do is you look at the activities and you create all the different activities that could lead towards that outcome actually happening. And if you do that, then you cut out a lot of your inclination to include fluff, right? So let's come back. We got the topic of sales. Then we got the outcome of, by the end of the session or by the end of the presentation, the audience will be able to do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Then you've got the activities. Now, here is the magic. If you actually discover that you're running out of time, so to speak, you're always going to be focused on what are the core things that are going to lead to that outcome actually happening. Hopefully that makes sense there, folks. And ultimately, it's all about achieving the outcome. So if you're doing a, sales presentation, you're not going to, and you're running out of time, you're not going to include every single slide. You're going to jump to your closing slide, or you're going to jump to the end game or the end point, right? Because why would you waste the prospect's time, right? That's just another analogy for you, right? But in today's video, I just wanted to give you 3 tips. So number 1, time equals respect. Number 2, have an awareness of how long it takes to do things. And number 3, approach any and every workshop or presentation with the structure of topic, outcome, and activity, and always drive towards that outcome, so to speak. On that note, folks, hope you got some value from the video. If you did, like, comment, share, and let's get the message out there. And let's really help people in 2026 manage their time even better as they deliver awesome presentations. Thanks so much, team. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.